Hello, hello. Welcome to episode number 4, or should I say, what is up, YouTube? Anyhow, we are jumping straight into the action with our first match. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed episode number 3. And we see Payra Round pre-ban coming up from the right side. Tells us he wanted to play ML Poly, most likely, right? So we do have that ban, so a lot of the openers are banned, so we can leverage Lua to our advantage. Something to keep in mind. So he goes Laya open, pretty reasonable. I'm going to opt for playing a DDR line here with ae-Taiwan. And I'm going to go for the protection ae-Taiwan here. And I think I've said this many times before, but DDR is obviously really good into Laya. You're applying Venom, you're taking tempo. ae-Taiwan's obviously mitigation. I have him on prot set, I can buff stack, I can stun. I have a lot of different ways that, and obviously Soul Denial is a huge one from ae-Taiwan's kit, where, you know, Laya without Soulburn S3 does way less damage than one with Soulburn. So actually goes with Celine on 2. Interesting. Celine on 2 is very interesting because now he's double Earth on his first opening picks, which means he's really weak to fire, right? So we want to keep that in mind when we're picking our units here. He goes ML Shu. ML Shu tells us he's most likely going to be on ER if he takes that into DDR. Otherwise, he's a madman, right? So I don't want to play Lua here because obviously he has Laya and Celine and ER Shu, so not a very good pick for me. I can take Knockwall, but that's also going into Laya, which is not optimal, I would say. So what I can go for here is I can go with, let me think about this for a second. Solitaire would be pretty strong with Solid DDR. I'm gonna take Candy on 3. I'm gonna take my DPS. And I'm gonna go for another pick that's gonna be strong into his draft. And I think that unit for me here is gonna be Shaltier. Now, he does have the option to go Knockwall on me on 4 and 5, but I'm going to ban it, right? Most likely. And there's a Knockwall coming out immediately. So, Knockwall is more than likely going to be our ban. And I think I do have an option of playing... This is our ban. I might go Fire Ravi. I might also go Janua. I'm gonna risk the Janua here. I'm gonna ban this. Most Bibluses are on Rainguard Drink. Most. At least in Legend. At least from what I've noticed, right? When they're playing Biblus. So it could be okay here. He actually bans my mitigation and cleanse. Not a bad ban from him. I don't actually love the Janua pick because I already had enough damage, right? So I might get punished here. There's a pretty good chance I'm going to get punished here. But you never know. Oh wow, he actually doesn't land there. Ooh, that's really bad for him. I have an increased hit chance, so I'm just going to go for a hit on the Biblis here. I should hit, in theory. It did 10k. Not enough damage, unfortunately. He actually procs... I proc counter now. Do I salvo? Do I salvo is the real question. I do not. He gets to S3 now, and if I counter... but you can see that he's on Rainguard Drink, like I said, right? So now Biblis is going to proc, and then where is Celine going to go? Right? That's the real question. Where is Celine going to go? If it goes on Janu and stuns me, it's probably game over. But hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully it goes on somebody else. Oh man, it did go in my Janua. But I resisted. That's huge. So I'm going to go for a Soulburn on Laya. I'm probably not going to be able to kill because that barrier is just way too thick. So I actually wasn't able to kill. But he's probably gonna want to commit a hit here, but we'll see. Now I can DDR S3, so he's probably gonna try to take out my DDR. He actually goes Candy. Whoa. Okay, that I don't really understand. Maybe I sleep and proc Venom. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say maybe I proc Venom sleep, but we're getting out tempoed. We are looking very dead. Yeah, we're dead. There's not a lot to say, right? I mean, I picked Janua, which is really bad. I needed cleanse, right? So something that I preach in these videos is on your 4/5s, you want to ask yourself, do I need damage? Do I need mitigation? Do I need cleanse? Right? Let's ask yourself this question now that the game's over, right? On this last pick here, did I need more damage? 1, 2, 3. No. Did I need mitigation? 1. No. Do I have any cleansers? 1. If he bans my cleanser and mitigation, what happens? I get run over, right? And that's exactly what happened, right? So, it was just a bad Janua pick. We definitely just needed a cleanser, and the game would have been a lot more stable. Something like Edward would be very threatening for him, because I can just straight up reveal. I can get kills. It'll be really strong into Biblis. So overall, it was just a really bad Janua pick, which caused us to lose the game. And honestly, you know, I preach these things, but putting them into practice consistently every match is obviously very difficult, especially when you're doing long sessions where you're playing, you know, 2, 3, 4 hours at a time. It can be challenging for me, at least. I don't know about others, but sometimes I don't always make the right decision, and that's a very clear example of that. But anyways, moving on to the next match, he goes Bidom Janua pre-ban with the DDR open. Okay. I'm gonna stick to my gun here. I'm gonna go Lai Atai. Why are we going Atai? Because Atai is gonna deny DDR Albedo, right? DDR Albedo Atai win, which is the KHM draft. Which, if you don't know what that is, it's like a tank down neutral draft that is, you know, not really you can't really run Gala into them. They have a ton of crowd control, so overall pretty good. He takes green Celine here. Wow, he's really weak to Knockwall, so we're immediately taking Knockwall here. Like immediately, right? Don't even think twice. We're gonna go Knockwall here, and then we're gonna want to take another unit that's going to really let us power through here. What is that pick going to be? Is it Everfire Politis? Is it Everfire Politis? If I go Requiem, he takes Zeo +1. I'm gonna get outsped, so I can't do that. No, maybe Bunny.
I'll teach you a lesson.
Take the Bunny here to cover me versus DDR because I'm banning bottom 2.
This sword knows no mercy.
So Bunny is actually really good now because he's gonna proc skill null, which tells me he's most likely going to be banning Bunny Dom. That's actually very good for us, right? So now I can take Zeo, or I can even take Requiem or Wana, to be honest. And then we're gonna flip a 50-50 ban. There's no reach for Stene. But I personally like running Requiem here. We're gonna go with Requiem. So he's probably banning this, most likely. So if he's banning this, we can try to leverage that by banning DDR and play the Laya Wincon. So now he can't overload me, right? And that's something I say quite often on this channel, like overloading and what that means. Overloading is basically, say for example, Edward, right? If you put some debuffs on him and then you like Soulburn S1 Peyra, he's gonna stay stunned, right? And that's the same concept here. He has 2 units that can take extra turns, and if I let him get both turns in, my B-Dom gets neutralized, right? So I need to ban one of the 2. And I have Laya to win versus all these 4 units, so it's not terrible. And I do have mitigation as well, so... So I'm definitely ripping S3. Why? Because even though Infinite Horizon Acades is most likely going to resist us, at least we're revealing the Celine, right? I can actually force him to cleanse, right, which is good for us. And I can also mess up his tuning here, which I will go for. No, I can just go seal here. Actually, I'll save the seal. I'll just go for a pushback.
Brace yourself, if you don't mind.
Now, without a doubt, Infinite Horizon indicates he's gonna S3, right? And once he S3s, that's actually not bad for us. Ooh, he gets revive buff. Wow. He gets revive buff. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. So, I might just S1, try to provoke with a Tywin. Pushback's not bad, too.
Put your life on the line.
Now, he's gonna be able to just commit an S1 here. Symbol.
Another trial to overcome.
He is reset on Airwell, right? So he can't S3. Goes for S1 on Bunny. Makes sense. Since he doesn't have S3 cleanse now, I'm just gonna S3. Because if I stick a D-Break, I have effectiveness, right? I stick the D-Break. That's huge. Celine's coming down the CR bar, so what I'll do is... Since this doesn't actually do any damage, I'm just gonna S1 on the Airwell so he doesn't get free CR push here. Now, he's not gonna be able to press S3. So Airwell's pretty far behind on the CR bar as well. So what I'll do is just commit an S1 on the D-Broken unit. And just put some damage in. He can't press S3, right? He presses S3, I get skill null. It'll be really bad for him. So he has to just commit a hit here into Bunny. He gets the stealth, which is unfortunate.
You know who I am,
But
don't you?
it should be okay. I'm gonna seal the Celine here.
I feel so indignant.
You might be thinking, what does sealing the Celine do? Sealing the Celine means I can S3 Bunny Dom, right? S3 Bunny Dom means I can S2 Laya. Or maybe not S2 Laya, but we'll at least be able to S3 with Bunny Dom. Put barrier up, put attack buff up, pretty good. Let's get an S3 here, heal a bit.
Let me tell you your fortune.
Okay.
Oh no, disastrous.
And again, this doesn't actually do anything for me that much. Oh, he actually FFs. He realizes that he can't kill Laya, right? And my Laya is coming around the corner, so he just FFs.
I'll teach you a lesson.
So it actually turned out my my Bunny Dom pick was actually decent, actually, because I was playing the Laya win con. But I think he threw the draft a little bit by picking LPK, because then he was trying to overload me, but then I just banned the overload, and then he can't really win. So I think that was a really good example of like punishing overload and how to counter. So I like that game a lot. That was a good example. So here is Poly, Knockwall ban, DDR again. I think I'm gonna stick to my gun here and go with Laya, and then go with Atai as well, playing the aggressive Atai. Hopefully it's not a rerun of last game. Oh, okay, immediately it's not. He takes Janua. He goes Janua Carmen. While Knockwall is still... Oh, Knockwall's not available, right? But what is available is Peyra. And I will go Peyra here. So I'm going to take Peyra, so I can control him. And then I'm going to go with... probably Requiem Rowena, honestly.
Watch me now, darling.
Because I already have Laya. If I reset him, it'll be really big for me. And there's a pretty good chance that we're probably going to be banning Janua. Because Janua is just such a ridiculously powerful unit, but we'll see. We still have the space to ban bottom 2, right? So it's not a huge deal. Ae is not bad into me. Candy's not bad into me either. Politica, right? Politica unbuffable, pushes back, really strong unit here.
Is that the goddess?
I think I'm probably gonna ban this. Ban the Candy, because double Elbrus is way too much for me. Ooh, actually bans the Tywin. Very surprising, actually. Okay. So I'm definitely going to have to rip S2, because I'm going to have to proc my Politica and my Rowena. And it could be ER Janua. It actually looks like it might be. Okay, he procs Elbrus. It's not ER Janua. Okay, that's even more surprising, actually. I push everything back. And then now I'm going to be able to put up my escort.
Must pay the price.
Okay. Oh wait, I didn't frontline my... Oh shit, I just realized I made a big boo-boo. Okay, that's kind of awkward. That's a bit awkward. My paper was definitely supposed to be frontline there. I kind of trolled. Whoops. Probably gonna try to snipe this Yuffie. I'm just gonna commit my damage on Yuffie here. I'm definitely not gonna be able to kill through Carmen, but we'll see. It does decent damage, but oh, I really misplayed this. I really misplayed this by not frontlining my Payra. Ay. What am I doing? Okay, well, yeah, sometimes that happens too. Sometimes you make some pretty dumb mistakes by not frontlining your Payra. That was kind of grief. That was kind of grief. Okay, my bad. That was a terrible showing of Payra. Whoops. Awkward. But yeah, my bad. Sometimes that happens. It actually happens a lot more than not as of recently, because Dragonbright Senya recently came out where you would backline your DPS. And then sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm going to backline Payra. She's my squishiest. And then I realize I'm never going to take a turn with Roanna. What am I doing? So that sucks. It looks like Frolacia is just chilling in my offline chat. That's kind of interesting. So let's see.
It's showtime.
It goes Briar, Zeo pre-ban. Into Laya first pick. Who hurt him? I'll take DDR. I'll take A-Time.
That's the smell of death.
Wait, yeah, who hurt him? Somebody Briar Zeo cleaved him, and then he's like, I've had enough. But these bans don't really tell us a lot. I could have played a candy line, honestly, like a Kong candy line. But I just kind of defaulted to DDR here on autopilot by accident. But we'll see what we can muster up here. Green Celine. Is he gonna take Knockwall into me? There it is. So it goes Knockwall into me. I think I can go Bunny. Bunny's gonna cover me from Monk S3. And then I need a good DPS here into his drafts. I am thinking Fire Ravi this time, but I'm not a huge fan of Fire Ravi in a spot like this. Let's go Hua. I don't mind playing Hua actually. Let's go Hua Young.
Are you my next target? Shall we begin?
Immediately goes with the Araminta and Bihu. Ooh. Very interesting. So F10 is a force ban.
Will you join me for a tea party?
F10 is a force ban for him. I can go with... I'm thinking Celine pre-ban, post-ban. No, I'm gonna go Bihu. Bihu unbuffable is gonna be kind of bad. Ban the Bihu. Okay, don't know how this match is gonna go. I have DDR damage. It really depends on how he plays his turn, I guess. Araminta actually is one of those units lately that's picked up a lot of popularity because when people don't draft a lot of cleansers, she's actually not that bad. So he actually goes S3 here.
It is the time for penance.
So I'll let you guys read her skill description. He reset my whole team as well. So this, it doesn't strip, right? So the fact that I have immunity now is actually not super good for him.
Bring it on.
Because he's just gonna S2 most likely, right? Give attack buff to his whole team.
Shall we give this a go?
Oh.
Should I turn them to ash?
Oh wow, he S2'd. Well, we are getting Aramintha'd.
Belongs to everyone.
We are getting Aramintha'd.
I'll all together. Ready.
I think we're dead, chat. Yeah, I think we're dead. Yeah, he took so much tempo. Wow.
Victory is with
What a strong pick by him. Wow, I got absolutely cooked. I think it should have been a Bihu ban actually.
Warm up a little.
I got absolutely cooked. Wow. Wow, I got absolutely demolished. Wow. Nice Araminta pick.
I'll destroy you.
That was a really strong Araminta pick actually. Wow. I'm impressed. I'm honestly really impressed. The reason I'm impressed is because the games I played Araminta, I actually never land all the debuffs. So I won't say RNG win though. He had a really good draft. If we were to run that back, I would probably ban Araminta and fight the Bihu. But Bihu is equally as problematic for me. So let's try to focus up a little bit. We're dropping a few matches here. Polyluna. I'm gonna go Blood Moon Haste here. Change up the change it up a little bit. Change it up just a tad bit.
I'll do my best.
No, he responds with Laya. So A Taiwan's pretty high priority for me here, right?
I'll send you
Fire Ravi? What? Okay. Don't ask questions. I'll go A-Tai
So, you learn nothing from
to
last
cover
time.
me from Monk. And then... where do I want to go here on 3? I'm gonna go Monk into Laya. My thought process for going Monk into Laya is he has 1 cleanse versus this. If he doesn't take anything that like a secondary cleanse, I can punish with a Taiwan, right? So that's kind of my thought process behind this. And I don't want to be in a position where he gets Laya Monk. That'll be really bad for me. F10A.
I'll be the one deciding how this
Oh
story
boy.
ends.
Oh boy, this looks like an Edward game. So Ed's an insta. Ed is basically a force ban for him. Like I don't think he can let that through. I need another unit that's good into his entire draft here, but I'm struggling to think what that is. What is a good pick here? Yufin? Candy? Yufin? I'm stumped. I think I'll go Yufin. I'm very stumped in this draft, actually. Because F10 usually isn't like 300 speed, right? They're around 280. So my Monk being at 285 means either of us can take a turn. But the Lua is obviously very problematic for me. Because if he activates the A-Tai immediately, like I can't cleanse the unbuffable off. Which means redirect provoke sticks. It was Lethe into me. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. 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 I'm genuinely stumped. But I'm gonna ban Lua. I am very genuinely stumped here. So he took Lethe here into Blood Moon Haste A-Tai Edward. So that means he's gonna hold his F10 AS3 then, right? Okay, let's take a look. So he outspeeds me. If he S2s, that means he can't cleanse Monk anymore, so I don't think he would do that. At least that wouldn't really make sense. Oh wow, he does go for it. So you're just gonna try to CC lock me then, I guess?
Shall we wrap this up?
Soulburn S1 procs my A-Tai.
To wonder
Now I can't cleanse anything.
I have prepared a wonderfully
Okay, see it.
cool fairy tale for you.
He rips S3. I add S2s. He's gonna proc his fairy tale.
Tricks here.
I got debroken on my
Shall I
monk.
let you
Oof.
dream endlessly?
This is not looking good, gentlemen. This is not looking good. I'm just trying to think if I could have played this any better. I'm not sure. But I'm gonna S3 into the Luna or the Laya here. Try to work him down ASAP.
What a waste of
I gained 50 CR there. I get a counter. That's huge. I don't proc the S2 though. Push back Laya as well. That's huge. Everything just going into the Laya here. His Laya might just be dead on the first rotation since I have Ed.
Take care of it.
So Lethe's gonna S3.
Get out of
That's
my
gonna
sight.
proc my Ed. And Atai will cleanse 1. Ooh, that's really bad for
Giving
him.
me a headache. You keep swarming.
I don't know if this kills.
You'll only
Because his
go
Frostbite got
another
cleansed by
day.
Atai when passive. Doesn't kill.
It will
That's
end
actually really bad.
passing of a moment.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna S3.
You encounter me.
I feel like he really needed to ban Ed. I think the Ed was kind of problematic for him, but he can still win this though, so we'll see. So I'm gonna look to seal this here.
This is the manifestation.
Because Lethe already used his load, right? I mean, it's kind of weird saying it like that, but you know what I mean. He rips S3. This is for sure probably going to be able to kill my Blood Moon Haze. And there it is. I cleanse that.
Arrogance.
I can Soulburn S3 to keep him stunned.
Mercy is too good. For the likes
And
of
then once the Ravi's death broken, my Ed can finish him. I didn't get the D-break. Ooh. That's pretty bad. I'm gonna still dump a hit into her though. That's actually really bad for us. Because he's gonna lap me, I think.
I don't want to do this any more than you do.
Okay, what's the right way for me to play this? I think the right way for me to play this is just seal the Ravi. Keep the Ravi out of the game.
I'll take care of it myself.
You can commit an S1. I'm gonna cleanse. If he redirect provokes with the S1, that's gonna be kind of bad. Okay. Edward gets to play.
Watch out for flying
Ed's gonna boost forward. I cleanse 1. Okay.
What a hassle this is.
Get another S3
Your
now.
final image will stay with me forever.
Hopefully this kills Ravi. It does not, but we're kind of close. I can just finish her off after. But I want to just kill her here, most likely. Just so I don't have to waste Ed S1 damage in case I land a hit. He does get a 3 Omen stack on my Lethe, which is pretty bad. So I'm going to try to get a kill here. I missed. I do have speed buff here. My move is probably just S1 this. Lethe got 3 Omen stacks, so I probably should have sealed Lethe actually. I might have made a misplay. That might cost me the game.
Dealing with you.
Because now I'm going to have to Soulburn Ed and try to just hit the Lethe, which is a pretty low % win con. But now he has to hit Ed. And of course he doesn't land the redirect provoke there, right? Of course. I missed seal on Lethe too. Oh man. When it just gets worse and worse. Now I'm just gonna slowly die to Lethe.
Wrap this up.
I mean, unless he actually oh, he ripped it.
Beautiful illusion.
Okay.
Until you drown in your own tears.
This is not bad for us. I hit, she counters, I move forward, I cleanse.
We play cards.
So 1 win con, Soulburn S3 into this and go for a kill. Oh man, I misplayed this so hard. Yeah, I had to seal the Lethe earlier. That's just bad skill management by me. Seal the Lethe and then Ed finish Ravi, right? That was bad.
I'll destroy
Well,
you.
not a great video. 3 losses. I'm playing really bad, so I'm actually gonna just take a break and then play a bit later, and then maybe try to record again. But hopefully you guys are learning from my mistakes. But before we end the video, let's quickly just do a draft review. So this one, what happened, right? We picked a DPS on 5 when we didn't need it, so we got punished because we needed cleanse. This one, we got a good draft, so we won. This one, we didn't frontline Payra, so it lowered our chances of winning by basically 100%, so that was just really poorly played. You can even argue that that was a bad draft by me as well. Here, the Hua pick was really weak. I took 3 utility with B-Dom on 3 when I already had A-Tai covering Monk, which means that I get punished really hard, right? So I took Hua Young, no tempo, and I just died at tempo and he overloaded me. Here, I misplayed by not sealing Lethe earlier on so that Ed can just play the game and win, because I'll get Guiding Light and then she has to constantly hit me and then that's just free damage. So that was just poorly played by me as well. So overall, we made quite a few mistakes this video, and unfortunately we didn't go flawless in victory, but sometimes you're going to have some matches that just go like that. Sometimes you're going to play bad and you just gotta learn how to roll with the punches, I guess. So hopefully you guys were able to enjoy. Hope to see you guys on episode number 5, and I will see you guys in a little bit. So thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and see you in episode 5. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.